We left off with the group heading down into the tunnels. Chaz, you are toward the back with Farah, and Emin is presumably toward the front, and Sarathiel is wherever the Displacer Beast Malshra is.
Yeah, he'll try to, lead up the front because he's the tank, but there is also a cat, so he's going to be dedicating a lot of his attention to the cat.
Oh god, I will not be in front. I am squishy and soft.
Oh, yeah, no, you are firmly in the middle, as is Viernan.
Great.
This is just the logical spot for you guys.
I would like to be behind Sarathiel, but also not near the cat, so that's what I would like.
That's going to be difficult.
You keep, dodging all of its tentacles, okay, stop, okay, don't touch me.
Emin has actually given a command word, and Malshra is more in, focus mode than play mode now, especially after you broke your hempen rope last time. Yes, I did notice that.
He was sacrificed to a good cause.
Gwen is just, trying to chatter away, his nervousness the whole time.
That actually is probably true.
That tracks. You're explaining everything that you've learned about the tunnels to whoever will even give you half an ear, which is probably the other half elf.
If you'll help sign my petition to make the tunnels safer. I've drafted it up, so I'm showing it to Chaz, and I'm like, hey Chaz, so this is the start of it. It's a 42-page document, so you have to start at the beginning. I did use 6-point font, and it's not double spaced. But
it's not.
if you start at the top, you'll see the list of grievances, and also, there's some helpful diagrams on page, and I start flipping through. Yeah, see here, this is the actual tunnel.
He's like, really? Fascinating. He's just nodding yeah, great. Please go through all 42 pages. Absolutely fine.
I will. Are we trying to be quiet? Because I'm not quiet at all.
We noticed.
Chaz, who do you think would be best in leadership to send this to you? Not AppTap, but I figure you have some connections in Silvery Moon. So just, if maybe, do you know anybody who could put in a personal word? Because this is a really high priority.
Yeah, right. It is very high priority. I agree. But, I'm not quite sure I have the right person in mind. We'd have to, mull over it a little bit.
Meanwhile, Viernan is just pretending he is not hearing this.
We can't mull over it. This is an urgent... Look, if we can waltz into these tunnels, a whole army of who knows what. Gnomes? I don't know. Who would attack Silvery Moon?
Yes, gnomes. The true threat.
You had a warrior for a mother, and you didn't learn the basics.
I 100% did not take after her in that aspect at all. Maybe just some really angry squirrels. I'm just saying that there's a real vulnerability here, and I'm just surprised that they haven't taken care of it sooner. As a concerned citizen, I pay taxes.
No, you don't.
I don't, but I might pay taxes in the future. My dad always said that you should get involved in social causes like this and speak up, and that people like to hear from citizens, Chaz.
That is very good advice, and
Someone please stop him.
You're walking through relatively safe sections of the tunnels at the moment, so these are more frequently patrolled, they're better kept, so they're not really worried about running into people yet. But as we get a little bit further in, Ryder eventually just kind of reaches over and puts a hand on your shoulder, Gwen. Maybe we should be a little quieter right now. I think we're getting a little closer. And he points to how Malshra is a little bit more attentive in her searching duties.
I look up and I just go wide. My eyes just enormous, and I shut my mouth. I'm like,
That's some great Foley there.
Sarathiel wordlessly takes up the lead. Just to be sure.
Like you do.
He is the tank.
So what do we see? Is it dark and creepy down here?
Well, all of you have dark vision, but it's not particularly creepy. As I mentioned last time, the tunnels look like they were built to be sort of almost like another city underneath this city. The areas closer to the entrances were more elaborate and better kept up. The further you go in, they're a little bit less extravagant, but they are still fairly well maintained in portions, just so that there's not any incursion points. Yeah, it's more like the underground tunnel systems in, where is it, Toronto? Where it's just all sorts of interconnected streets, but it's not really different levels so much.
Yeah, you said that Malshra, she went into her, all I can think of is a dog that's squirrel pointing mode.
No, she's not like in full pointing mode, but she is in focus mode. So rather than like begging for pets from Sarathiel, she is actually like trying to track and keep an ear open for things.
Yeah, Chaz is definitely making sure to stay out of her way. And like specifically trying to keep to the side of her.
So I wanted to give you guys a chance if you wanted any conversation time with the group before we get into, probable combat.
Chaz really wants to talk to Ryder because he's like, oh, there's a half elf. I was very startled by a drow woman and also drow. And there's also one who's not. So let's talk to that kid.
He was back near Gwened, kind of toward the middle of the party.
So I guess after he sort of like hushes Gwen, Chaz is like, so how did you come to be traveling with everyone?
Ryder glances over. Well, I think Farah mentioned it, but she and her brother saved me.
Did they?
Yeah, they got me out of the Underdark, and I'm very grateful to them. There wasn't much of anywhere for me to go afterwards, but...
That is certainly relatable. Where does one go after coming to the surface?
Yeah, it's hard. And he seems kind of reserved, like you might have to kind of butter him a little bit to get any kind of real details out of him. I mean, he's clearly an ex-slave.
Chaz sort of claps him on the back. He's like, well, now you get full meals, 3 meals a day, I assume, right now, at least, maybe more, snacks, dessert.
I'm not much of a sweets person, but yes, it is significantly better, even if we are sometimes scrounging.
It's not difficult to be better than down there.
I would drink to that if I had a drink with me.
Then by all means, when this is over, let us get a drink.
I'd like that. And he gives you a genuine smile. He's probably not going to give you too many more details just yet, but,
fine.
We can get more details down the road.
Sure.
Anybody else want to talk with any of the other NPCs?
No, Sarathiel, he's in danger mode now, so he's on alert.
I was told to be quiet, and I'm very good at taking instructions.
Are you?
Sex joke.
Oh boy.
God damn it. Y'all are gross. So yes, but no, I'm just kind of quietly walking by myself, being don't make a noise, don't make a noise.
I think Farah or Ryder probably both noticed that and just kind of stifle giggles. You're okay to keep talking, it's just we need to be able to listen.
I don't really have more than one volume.
Fair enough. You're studying at the university?
Yes! I'm nervous as I do this. Now I'm worried there's somebody's going to jump out at us. You're not from around here. Where were you before this?
You're quite astute, little one. We were from the Underdark before.
Oh, like Chaz.
Sort of.
Chaz doesn't talk about it much, but it doesn't sound nice.
It's not. I mean, there's portions of it that are beautiful, but it's not a pleasant place.
It sounds like it'd be cool to visit, though, right? I don't know. I understand that it's probably a bad place for you, but also just from what I've read, which isn't much, it seems pretty cool.
Oh my god, he's turning into the white people that do whirlwind tours of war-torn nations.
Yep.
Some pretty complicated expressions flit over Farah and Ryder's faces. I really wouldn't recommend that, but there are some other places that you could probably go that would be a little safer for you, young wizard.
That's fair. I'm not really supposed to leave, the school. Well, my dad doesn't really even know that I'm with ApTap. Or here. He would probably be really mad if I found out if I was here. Or the Underdark. Okay, yeah, probably not the Underdark.
Yeah, I think this is probably the furthest you should go underground.
It's pretty creepy down here.
Very innocent must protect.
Man, I'm just really excited. Maybe I can get you guys to sign my petition. I pull my petition out.
While he's doing that, I want somebody or Chaz to be like listening. What can we hear?
Yeah, Sarathiel's gonna make that perception check too, because he's paying attention. Nice.
Oh ho ho!
Oh boy.
And you wasted the nat 20. Wow. Right now, you don't hear very much. You mostly just hear the conversations going on behind you. The longer that you're walking, the more that Emin and the others signal you to, okay, we're getting kind of serious. Maybe we should all walk in silence from here.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the noises that you hear are pretty common. Sounds of the earth, it's sounds of stone. But, it's always disconcerting when you are underground. Here, at least, you have, some echoes of your footsteps and things like that. But caves can be kind of freaky. So it's kind of nice that these are not just caverns, that this is actually, deliberately built and carefully sculpted masonry. It's not for probably half an hour or even longer after you guys start quieting down that you start to hear voices further down the corridors. And you've encountered small rooms and things, because there are small, it's not really buildings. Everything is 1, maybe 2 stories, but there are rooms and other places that could be sheltered. A lot of them are blocked off, some are not.
Yep, Sarathiel's gonna go ahead and unsheath God Eater.
All of the drow and the others just please don't turn it on just yet.
Bunch of babies. Fine.
You already blinded us once.
Yeah, exactly. We have superior dark vision, okay? So, that hurt.
We have superior dark vision. No, but he pulls it off and he insinuates himself to the front and he glances back at everyone. His instinct was okay, go forward, take a look around, but now he's falling back, he's deferring back on old habits of waiting for someone to tell him what to do.
Emin is going to step into that role. He had been kind of up toward the front with you as you and Malzra had pulled away from the others. And he just whispers to you, to the group. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to do this carefully. Remember, we're trying to take them alive if we can. And I know that some of you are, he kind of looks at the wizard and the healer, who are the squishy ones, not the best fighters. So stay behind Sarathiel and myself.
I look at Viernan, what are you talking about, not good fighters? I'm really good at lighting things on fire.
Yes, but you are also a leaf and you can get slammed into a wall very easily if you get into melee range.
You take one hit and you make that squeaky toy sound.
Okay, fine.
I'd rather save my spell slots for the fighter. But anyway, so he calms you down from your, what do you mean not a good fighter, moment of pique. And I guess, Sarathiel, you, Emin, and Malzra take point.
Yep, and he's just gonna head to the nearest, he's gonna follow Emin's lead. And this particular, he's gonna go where he is told to go.
Emin is going to try to be slightly sneaky about this, and I would like everybody to make a stealth roll.
Okay.
Why?
So bad news, with his disadvantage, he rolled a 9.
God, especially in underground caverns, you hear Sarathiel clunk clunk and it echoes ah!
Yeah. You shouldn't have taken him on a stealth mission.
It's fine. Viernan messed up worse somehow. Oh, a 6, buddy? I feel like he dropped a potion or something.
And it cracks.
It shatters loudly on the stone. And Sarathiel turns around Viernan, no.
He's oh, sorry. Normally I'm better at this.
Yeah, normally it's just Sarathiel that sucks at stuff.
Well, you're definitely noticed.
Well, shit.
Yeah, that figures.
The voices get a little bit louder and more frantic, but nobody is running out to meet you yet. So that's something.
That's ominous.
That's why we need somebody with pass without a trace. So we don't hear anything? Or no, we do hear something, but we can't hear the words individually.
No, I mean they're clearly behind a door a little ways away.
Well, shit, if they hear us,
All right, well, we've lost the element of surprise.
Rushing in time. So I feel like Viernan dropped that. You looked back at him, we're like, oh my god, what? And Emin just kind of elbows Sarathiel, and he and Malzra just break out into a run towards where the voices were coming from.
Sarathiel is hot on his heels. Sword out, lights it up. Let's go.
Like I said, some of the rooms off to either side are occupied, some are not. This particular area is more of like a rest area, more than one of the market type spaces. As such, it's a little bit more bare and a little bit more of a warren of multiple rooms. So finding the exact room is going to be tricky, but with your earlier perception rolls, you do a pretty good job of finding the right door pretty quickly. You throw open the door, which took a minute, like you got to put a shoulder against it, and you find about 9 warlocks on the other side in varying states of getting ready to leave.
Sarathiel lifts his sword, and I guess we're not trying to kill them, so he's not going to initiate combat yet, but he will make maybe an intimidation roll? Like, we're not here to kill you. We just need some questions answered. In a threatening way.
All right, go for it.
Great. Good job, Sarathiel. He's just so pretty is the thing.
Yeah. They're like, okay. Am I scared or turned on? The warlocks are confused.
Afraid of this Adonis?
Well, and also, we're not here to kill you, but you have a sword up, a growling displacer beast, and a rogue with several knives already at the ready. So they don't believe you, and one of them opens a portal.
Oh no!
Everybody make me a dexterity save.
Oh boy.
A dex save. Chaz is like, he sees the portal and he's like, oh, of course.
Oh, now you get a dirty 20. Good job, Sarathiel.
Oh shit.
Whoa.
That's a natural 20.
Damn. Oh, Chazmir!
Oh, Chaz.
Well, Dex is not his best with the leg.
That is true with the leg. It's fine.
So functionally what happened, when portals are opened, there is usually some kind of slight disturbance. It's usually just a mild tremor kind of around the area that the portal opens in due to the disturbance of planar temporal whatnot. Sometimes they are more violent than others, and apparently opening a portal underground is one of those times. So you feel a mild earthshake as this portal is opened, and everybody other than Chaz...
Am I knocked on my ass? Am I prone? Am I on my face? What happened?
You are knocked down. You get to decide which direction you fall.
Okay.
But yeah, you definitely are knocked prone. And one of the warlocks is going to fling a spell at somebody.
Of course.
To try to keep y'all at a distance.
Big target, hit me.
Yep.
Hit me, you cowards.
They're going to use inflict wounds on you, Sarathiel.
Oh boy.
That's quite a potent spell, as I recall.
Luckily, it does not hit you. Well, go ahead and roll initiative, guys.
Why a 21 on initiative, Chaz? Why couldn't you have done that before you fell on your fucking ass?
This is where we get the 20s, yes.
And when I start rolling my spell attacks, it's going to be like nat ones all the way down.
One of the warlocks tried to fling a spell at Sarathiel. Others are focused on the portal. And Chaz, you are up in initiative.
And I was knocked prone.
Free action talk. Chazmir, Vanek, what if you close that portal?
As soon as I get up.
Gonna try.
I might be able to do that.
Oh, honey, no, it's okay.
We have specific things for closing portals.
Oh, the actual things.
Don't worry, we have the braces. They are designed by us. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay, also, I have a spell.
No, please don't.
So I'm looking at the bracer. Dispel portal. 3 charges. That is definitely when I stand up like, all right, well, don't like portals. No, don't like being underground. Don't like this at all. So goodbye, portal.
I will let you do that. But the warlock who goes immediately after you is going to open it again and try to get away.
Cool! No, I just said stop that.
Just to describe the warlocks while I'm working on this, most of them are elves. They seem mostly like elves that would be in the city of Silvery Moon, so a lot of them seem like maybe they are citizens who've been radicalized.
What fun.
And some of them look surprisingly old for elves to the elvish members of the party. Gwen, you don't really notice the difference. It's very hard to tell the difference between a adult elf and an elder elf. But some of them are definitely elders, which means they are in the 400 to 500 year old range.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Nope. One of them is going to try to reopen the portal. It's going to take a moment. That is going to be their full turn. I guess everybody make another dex save.
Chaz is like, not again. I just got up.
I don't like this.
Good. This time, finally.
Sarathiel, you're going to be kind of flat-footed, so you'll only get one action if you attack, rather than doing your normal multi-attack. I'm going to do that rather than knocking you prone.
Okay.
So that is Warlock 9's turn, and Warlock 9 and Warlock 7 are going to run away through the portal. Gwen, you're up.
I look back at the group and I'm like, are we trying to kill people or restrain them?
No, we are not trying to kill anybody.
Okay, great. I guess. Wait, actually, tell me what the situation. How close is everybody together, and how close are we to some walls?
We are very close to walls, and we are very close together. It's pretty close quarters.
Excellent. If I were to cast a 20-foot cube of webs, what would happen?
Probably the party members would end up tangled up too.
I could cast it back, so that it wouldn't hit the party members. Because we're not in fully melee range with them, right?
Do you know how big 20-foot cube is?
I do not care.
It's like a car and a half.
Oh boy.
DM.
Do your thing.
I cast web over and try to catch as many of them in it as possible. And I just start muttering to myself and making a little ball shape in my hand, and then suddenly I just fling my hands out, and there's just horrible, massive, sticky webbing that presumably y'all remember from a couple episodes ago.
Chaz is like, Gwynedd.
And as I do it, I'm like, I'm restraining them!
And us?
You'll be fine. Just don't, get in it.
Okie dokie. You catch 5 of the warlocks in the web. 2 of them were already gone, so that leaves you with 2 unrestrained warlocks.
Excellent. So they're restrained until their turn, and then they can do a strength save.
Okay.
And it lasts a minute, I'm pretty sure.
No, it lasts an hour.
Well, let's see. The next unrestrained warlock also runs through the portal. It was their turn, and the other one that is not restrained is going to attack Sarathiel.
Bring it.
Make a wisdom saving throw, Sarathiel.
Do I have to?
Yep. They are casting Mind Spike.
Oh, gods.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
That's not great. It's not a great roll.
No, it's not. You're gonna take half damage, though, luckily. 6 damage.
Oh no! Not 6.
Shut up.
That's so many.
Go ahead and make an attack or do whatever you're gonna do.
Quick question, DM. How are they opening the portal? Do they have APTAP bracers?
It's unclear. The warlock that opened it is already on the other side.
Does Sarathiel see any of the other warlocks wearing bracers?
No.
That one that just attacked him, the one that he is not currently bound. Sarathiel is going to tackle him to the floor and make a grapple attempt.
You tackle them and you grapple them, and you had your sword out, right?
I do, yes. It specifies in grappling that you only need one hand to do a grapple check.
The sword kind of twists in your hand as you grapple them instead of using it, and you find that instead of grappling them, you cast magic.
I do.
You do.
That doesn't sound like a thing Sir Ethiel is prepared for emotionally or physically.
So let me do one secret DM thing.
I love those secret rolls. By love, I mean, what are you doing over there?
You cast Mind Sliver.
Mind Sliver, that's a cantrip then.
Yep.
Okay, Sir Ethiel drives a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature he can see within range. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or take 2d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of his next turn. Okay.
He failed it anyway. So go ahead and do that damage.
That is 8 damage. 8 psychic damage. Sir Ethiel is very startled.
I feel like everybody is startled.
Exactly.
Yep.
Chaz is like, what the hell?
And it is a free action to drop the grapple, so he's just out of pure shock, he's going to drop the grapple.
Yeah, that's valid. So Viernan sees that happen and is rather alarmed. I mean, he's seen you fight, he's seen you practicing with Taina, he's seen you try to grapple before, like, this is unusual. And he's going to call over to you. What happened?
I think I just cast magic.
Yeah, no shit, but how?
I don't know. He needs he has to make like an Arcana check or something, because which is an Arcana mod is plus nothing. So nope, he has no idea. He has absolutely no idea what just happened.
Cool. Yeah, I think Viernan is basically gonna hold his turn because nobody's really damaged yet, so per se.
What about the 6 damage I took? Oh,
you will live. Yeah, he's just going to hold his turn until needed. So we're going to go to Warlock 1. Basically, we got 5 Warlocks in a web. So 3 of them are still stuck, and 2 of them managed to get out, and the 2 that got out are going to run. And they get through the portal. So we are back up at the top of the order with Chaz.
Close the portal!
I did that last time and they just opened another one. Pay attention.
Try again anyway.
Also, Gwen and Battlestar, what are you doing with all of these webs again?
It worked, didn't it? Stop talking and close the portal!
Oh, now you're telling me to stop talking. Your father will hear about this.
Hey, don't do that.
Did Emin go?
I didn't make stat blocks for them. I had a lot of other stuff that I had to do, so...
They're helping. It's like...
There's Warlocks. There's a lot of Warlocks, so it's fine.
There's a lot of Warlocks. They're taking care of ones outside. It's fine.
Yeah.
I think that's all I'm going to do. I'm like, fine. You're like, Srath, like, you guys have handled it. I'll keep closing portals.
Yeah, basically until it stops working, keep trying to close portals.
Exactly.
So you managed to close the portal again. Gwen, it is then your turn.
I only had this one move.
Oh, shocking.
It's fine. You can also defer your turn and have, like, a trigger for what happens if something happens.
Yeah, because I can't, like, kill anybody.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But also don't.
A lot of opinions from you assholes. I am going to hold my turn, and how about this? I am hopefully not going to have to use this, but I'm going to ready counterspell in case one of them tries to throw up another spell.
Okay. That's a very good thought, because they are definitely going to try to fight again. This one that keeps flinging spells at Sarathiel is going to keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's going to try to do inflict wounds again.
But it gets counterspelled?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
Which is good, because you were, like, right on top of him.
Hey!
Yes, it works.
Sarathiel, it's your turn again.
Oh, Sarathiel is still sort of reeling from the fact that he just did magic.
Uh-huh.
He did that Arcana check, and he didn't realize that God Eater had anything to do with it. In my defense, his intellect is still at 10, which is just normal. Like, he's not a dumbass anymore, but he's also not, like, a genius or anything. So he tries to take a minute to, like, gather himself, and he tries to grapple the guy again?
You try to grapple him again, and you feel a flare of pain coming from your suppression mark when you try to do anything other than attack.
What?
What?
Sarathiel.
And you take 4 damage.
Rude.
Yep.
What does it look like from the outside? Do we just see, like...
Just see him, like, grimace in pain.
Yeah, basically from the outside, you just see him kind of reach up toward the...
Shouts in pain, grips his chest.
Sarathia, what's wrong?
Yeah, what's going on?
I don't know.
Yeah, Viernan rushes over to your side at this, and he is going to be doing just some evaluation type things, trying to figure out what's going on. You're clutching at the mark, so it's clearly something to do with that.
Quick, Viernan, rip his shirt off.
Oh, gods.
No, we're okay. He might unbuckle the armor right over your throat, though. Viernan rolled a 20, dirty 20, on his Arcana check to try to figure out what's going on. He thinks that this is something to do with your sword, and he is going to try to get it out of your hand. He's going to say, just drop the sword. Sarathiel, drop it.
Sarathiel right now is in a headspace where he just follows orders unquestioningly, so he drops God Eater immediately.
Okay.
Sarathiel, drop it, bad boy.
What do you have in your hand? A knife? No.
No!
A flaming sword? No. Drop it.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and as God Eater falls out of your hand, the flames extinguish, and it just kind of lies there. While you guys are doing that, I think that's going to be basically his turn.
Also, how many warlocks are left? Like, who didn't portal jump?
There are 4 warlocks left in the room. 3 are still restrained. 1 is actively flinging spells at people.
We need to figure out what we're doing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Now that Sarathiel no longer has God Eater, he'll make an attack, like an actual attack roll.
Yep.
Maybe with his glaive or something. Just, I don't know.
Okay, so I'm going to roll strength checks for the buddies. They're just still stuck in the web and want to not be stuck in the web.
They're also like 400 years old, at least. Like, Chaz is like, oh, they're old.
Yeah, one of them is definitely an elder. The others are more indeterminate. All 3 of the restrained ones fail. So there's that.
Oh, man, I love this spell.
No, just because it worked this time.
Whatever. We should, like tie him up or something, maybe?
Uh-huh.
He's still actively attacking us, one thing at a time.
Yeah. So, Chaz, you're at the top of the order since they failed their breakout.
Great.
You can either deal with the one that is fighty, shooty, or you can attempt to more permanently restrain the ones that are in the web, like with rope or something.
I mean, I'm going to look at Sarathiel and be like, try to determine if he's able to fight. I'm like, I heard him scream, so I'm like,
He's not great, but, he's Sarathiel. He knows how to handle his shit.
Right, great. He sees, like, Vin fussing you, like, fine, whatever, he's got it. I will definitely try to restrain the others, like, no, no breaking out. What do I got? I have lots of rope. Kinky.
It's a good thing you've got rope, because Sarathiel's got chewed by a displacer beast.
Yep.
I've also got rope.
Yeah, so I'll just tie them up like, okie doke. Be like, all right, you stay there. Naughty, no more opening portals.
Gwen, it is your turn.
How many are not tied up?
1, and they are quite shooty-fighty.
Okay, yeah, we're not going to try to go near that.
Where's Malzra, by the way, where she's hanging out?
Oh, she's busy out in the hall with Emin and the others fighting some other warlocks that were coming from a different room.
I shout out to Chaz and Sarathiel, like, I know you said not to kill them, but what if I just hurt them a little bit to get them to stop shooting at us?
It's worth trying.
Okay, great.
As long as you're sure it won't kill them.
Probably.
Probably. Gwen.
I'm at a solid 80% sure.
At least 75. Feeling good about it, guys. So thumbs up. And I cast... This is actually going to be fine. I cast Firebolt. Oh, boy. Well...
Does a 10 hit? They might not have a lot of armor going on.
Sadly, they have a 13 for their armor.
Bummer. I say, well, I'll try again next time. That's a bummer.
Good effort.
Problem is, you've now made a target of yourself.
No, shit.
Oh, no, not if Sarathiel has anything to say about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't worry. Well, we got you.
Gwen, make me a wisdom saving throw.
No.
Oh, this warlock's about to fucking die if he hurts Gwen.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, nice.
Wow. Cool. So it was going to use command on you, but that fails.
Oh, boy.
Lucky you!
Really happy that didn't happen.
Uh-huh. So we're back to Sarathiel and Viernan. Sarathiel, the pain is less now that you have dropped God Eater, so you're not taking any more damage.
Yeah, Sarathiel's not thinking about the pain anymore. Sarathiel sees this guy try to cast a spell on Gwen, and he goes into full overprotective mode. He pulls the glaive off of his back, his backup weapon, an enormous dark wooden haft and iron blade with a wicked edge. He pulls it off of his back and puts it against this guy's throat, and he says, "Put your hands up and surrender. I'm not going to ask twice." God damn it, Sarathiel.
Oh, no.
I'm going to give you advantage on it because, I mean, like, you were right there, and that's a much more intimidating thing than the dice allowed.
That's not a whole lot better, but
Still, yeah.
he's just so pretty. He can't be intimidating when he's this pretty.
I'm actually frankly impressed at how badly you're rolling on your intimidation. Like,
I know.
I want to be clear though. If this intimidation check fails, Sarathiel is going to attack him.
Yep.
yeah.
So does he look intimidated?
I mean, like, a tiny bit, but also not really.
Not good enough. Sarathiel's going to attack.
Like, this is the guy who's been fighting you the whole time. Like, yeah, okay, this is a little bit more intimidating than before when you're, trying to grapple him and rolling in surprised pain.
Why is Sarathiel rolling like it's a fucking glaive? He's right in front of you! He swings back and he's so angry he telegraphs too well. He pulls back and he swings and the guy has time to dodge or something, but oh god, this guy's gonna fucking die.
Yeah, Viernan is going to use one of his rare harm spells because he is also pissed at this guy taking aim at Gwen.
I'm like, I'm okay, guys. I'm okay. We don't need to. Everybody can just calm down.
No. This guy's gonna die. This guy's trying to hurt a baby. An innocent child. Oh wait, you know what? Sarathiel's got multi-attack. So I'm gonna roll one more time. I'm gonna fucking hit this guy! Unless I roll a 2 or some shit like that.
Oh, there we go.
Finally, we got a 20. There we are.
13 damage.
That took a really big chunk out of this dude.
I'll bet.
That's what he gets for attacking a literal infant. A child. A baby.
All right, Sarathiel, that's enough hitting for today, I think.
Want to go ahead and roll that intimidation check again? You can go ahead after the strike.
Like, he gave this guy a chance to surrender, and he said no. So he takes a big chunk out of this guy with a swing of his glaive, presumably knocks him off kilter a bit, puts the glaive back to his neck and says, "Good to know that you're volunteering to die."
The warlock just kind of bares their teeth up at you, but wisely moves their hands into a gesture of surrender.
Yeah, and then someone's going to have to physically restrain Sarathiel, or he's going to kill this guy next to her.
Chaz is like, making my way towards you.
And Viernan is just going to put a hand on your shoulder and say, remember, we're not trying to kill them.
We've got more than enough hostages, don't you think?
Is it really worth adding to the kill tally?
I'm okay.
He tried to cast a spell at you.
Okay, but it's fine, though. It turned out totally fine.
He looks down at the guy, he's like, "You see that kid over there? That is the only reason I am not slitting your throat right now. Someone tie him up. I lost all my hempen rope somehow in ways that I don't care to disclose."
We all saw how you lost it, don't worry.
I come up and I tie him up, but I'm like, can you please keep holding him? Because I...
All right, so you have successfully incapacitated 4 warlocks.
Yay! Where the fuck did the other ones go? Damn those portals!
Hey everyone, Val here. Thank you for tuning in to the latest episode of Crit Fail Club, Restoration. If you can't wait to hear what happens next, check out our Discord server for episodes in pre-release, or to listen in live as we record. You can join us by going to bit.ly/cfcdiscord. For more information on the show, character biographies, and links to social media, head to our website, critfail.club or critfailclub.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Tumblr. We don't advertise at all, so if you like what you hear, tell a friend who might also enjoy the show, post on social media about it, or leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. Full episodes are available on our YouTube channel, bit.ly/cfcchannel, or on other major podcast platforms. Thanks again for tuning in.